Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Let us start. Yeah, before we start, I would like to know what's your experience with databases, like or coding or whatever it may be.
Yeah, actually, I have a 2 years of experience in the Sql coding,
Okay.
and later I moved to ETL side, Informatica side,
Okay.
around 4 years.
4 years.
Now,
Okay.
yeah,
ETL.
again
Okay.
now
Hmm.
I started working on SQL from past 5 months onwards.
Okay. Now again 5 months it is sequel. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
SQL.
so you have very good experience. I would like to know what are your expectations? What brought you for tuning training? Why you wanted to learn tuning training?
Yeah, actually, in my present project, we have a large volumes of data, and we are using some kind of big procedures and functions.
Hmm.
So mostly, we will daily basis we'll get the performance issues more.
Hmm.
So actually, I'm not aware of how to resolve those performance issues and everything. So later on, I'm going to be. This is going to be long-term project for me.
Okay.
So I want to learn about more about on performance tuning side.
Okay. Fine. You said one issue is big procedures packages are there. Tuning that is a
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, I can
So for the
understand.
purpose, I joined this training.
Okay. Once any procedure is having problem, how do you approach? I know that you have not done tuning, but still I would like to know. As of now, currently, what is your approach? If somebody reports or if you get any performance problem of any procedure, how are you dealing as of now?
Generally, I used to go with, to check whether joining conditions,
Okay.
whether index is created or not for the joining conditions.
Okay.
Like that, I will check. But I never used that explain plan and PK proof. I never used that one.
One thing you said indexes on joining condition. One more thing also you told me. Something else you told me.
Selecting query, whether I'm selecting all the queries or just only required columns.
Okay.
So just try to tune that SQL list on select statement itself.
Okay. Okay, fine. So this is what you are expecting, right? This is what your intention of or expectation from the training, if I understand. Any other expectations do you have?
I mean, mostly,
Yeah.
writing the correlated subqueries and to get the simplest performance, correlated queries, subqueries.
Okay.
And in future, what are the best topics for performance tuning side?
Okay. No other tips and tricks.
Yeah,
Okay. Or procedure, whatever, or approach, whatever it may be.
data modeling side also that will be very helpful to me.
How many tables are there?
Around totally 70 tables.
Okay, 70 tables. Okay. Fine. Can you tell me, as a guess, which is the largest size-wise or rows-wise, and what is the smallest?
Uh, Smallest mostly like some kind of flat files loading.
Uh huh.
Those are 10 to 15 files.
Uh huh.
Like maximum 10,000 records. That is the smallest file.
Okay. 10K is
For the
smallest.
largest runs, it's in millions of records. It's day by day increasing the data. So it's mostly client side. Right now I'm working on helping clients.
Okay.
So clients and membership information will be more
Okay.
comparing to these smaller tables.
More, see,
So I know,
millions of data means, can I say 10 GB size-wise approximately, or
yeah,
20 GB,
10, you can say 10 GB.
10 GB table size. Okay. And what is the maximum join query you have faced? Got 10 table join, 5 table join, 4 table join, like that?
Yeah, 10 to 12 tables.
Okay, fine. So this is an
Previously, I worked in Informatica, right? So in Informatica, we have a partitions.
yes.
So like that we can, increase the performance size. But almost when I worked in PL SQL, I didn't work on tuning side.
Okay. This you suppose if somebody gives you one SQL statement, they already told you that this is a problematic statement. Tune it. One thing you already told me, you will check the joins, you check the indexes. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's only two things as of now you are doing it, right? Any other approaches are also you're following? Joins and indexes. These two things you told me that you are
As
checking.
of now,
Fine. So
I
next,
not started only.
yeah,
So
yeah. No, just to understand your
yeah, actually,
need, I'm asking all this. So next scenario is one procedure. This you already you're facing this issue. Suppose it is having 500 lines of code or 1000 lines of code. It might be having 10 code blocks, like each block doing some activity. So first
yeah.
thing is, see, they say that this procedure is running slow, but our intention is what are the SQL statements which are causing performance problem. First, that we have to find out,
Yeah.
right? Given this particular scenario, as of now, how are you approaching? Scenario is clear, right?
Uh,
Yeah, this you are
yeah.
already facing. It's not a new thing for you. How do you approach as of now? Because
Frankly speaking,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't work that much on performance
Fine.
tuning.
Okay. Next is just to find out the trouble sequels, problem sequels for this 500 lines of code. How much time do you
Hmm.
estimate, as a guess? I know that you have not done, but as of now, or from your colleagues, what do you think? Roughly how much time it will take?
It depends. I mean, directly I can't take that and before that I need to analyze why exactly this
Yeah,
is
see,
what
that
I'm looking for.
analysis, everything will come into time. See, suppose your manager or whoever to whom you are reporting, they will ask you, this is a procedure. Tell me how much time do you need? You have to give some time, right? Some time. You can't say that, I don't know. They will insist that tell me some time. So that time, without knowing anything, include your analysis, include everything. How much time will you ask?
Generally, one day.
1 day, okay. 1 day to identify the problem sequence. Once the problem sequence, maybe out of 500 lines of code, maybe three statements you will identify, assuming that you take 1 day. How do you find out? You said that you don't know, I'm leaving that. So once the problem sequels are identified, then again we have to tune those things, right? Maybe they are taking 15
Yeah.
15 minutes. Now we have to reduce that time. For that, how much time, as a guess, how much time will you ask? First thing is
Okay.
identifying. Now it is fixing it.
Yeah.
How much time will
Yeah.
you give to the manager?
It will take 2 days time.
2 days time.
More than I find time.
2 days time. Okay, so roughly in total you are telling it is 3 days. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Okay. Then another thing, you told me that you will check the indexes. How many types of
Yeah.
indexes you might have heard? Like there are so many types of indexes. How many types of indexes you might have heard from any article or a video or from colleagues?
But, exactly, I'm not
Fine,
remember
fine.
all the
Sure,
things
sure. Not a
actually.
problem. Okay, so fine. So, see, I have sent you, like for SQL tuning, whenever you requested, I have sent you two things. First one is the begin, like, a very fast track. In this, what we'll do
Yeah.
is we'll just give introduction, why tuning, what is the scope, what are phases, all those things. Then, how do
Okay.
you find out, what are the trouble sequels using tools? There are some tools,
Okay.
there are many. See, given any problem, like there are many methodologies are there. So few things we'll discuss during this. Okay, next is
Yeah.
first, if you know that, eh, just hold on for a second, some noise is coming. See,
Yeah.
select statement we are firing, like we are submitting to this oracle, but internally it is split into many steps. Okay, for us it is one
Okay.
single statement, but internally it will be split internally into some steps. So we don't know
Hmm.
which phase it is taking more time. Maybe submitting itself is taking time, or bringing the data from hard disk. Our table data will be there in hard disk only, right? All the table data.
Okay.
So it will not be there in Oracle memory, right? Always it will be residing
Yeah.
in hard disk, some drives, data files we call. So how do you, like, maybe that bringing is taking more time, or once it is brought, we will ask some expressions, right, to char or some calculations decode, or those are taking more time, or maybe sorting, if you are having group by order by, those are taking, we don't know which step is taking more time. If you know, which particular stage, because these are all very internal to Oracle. Like for us as a developer or an end user, I'll submit a query, I want the query result back. But to understand the tuning, we have to understand these splitting of the activities. Okay, so first we have to identify that, then how to know which step is causing more problem. Okay, then you can try various methodologies how to reduce the time for that particular step. So that will be discussed during this, what are the steps. Next is there are many indexes, like there are many types of indexes. Like for you it is an index, but Oracle it is offering many types of indexes. So for one particular type of data, we suggest one particular type of index. If you choose a right kind of index, definitely Oracle we can get very good performance out of the Oracle. So we will be discussing what is the role of index, what are those types, in which particular type of query which index we have to. Ideally the DBA has to create, or a data modeler has to create the relevant index. Sometimes maybe that time the requirement is different, maybe the data has increased, they have to change the type. So for those things we are at least to discuss with the DBA, because both should be in the sync, right? Like DBA and the developer. Tuning is actually a coordinated effort. It's not solely on DBA, it is not solely on the developer, it's a coordinated effort. So both should be in a sync, same page, then only you can get maximum productivity from the project. Next is one more question, like I will type it. Okay, select. Yeah, tell me, as per you, these two statements are same or not same? What do you think? What is your guess? Are they same?
So best way tables and constants, this will be the capital letters. So second statement, good practice.
No, good practice is fine. I'm asking, do you think these two are same, identical statements?
These two are same.
Same. So you are telling me they are same. Okay, same. May are identical statements. Identical statements. Okay, as per Radhika. Okay, but actually, let me tell you, they are not, as per Oracle, not per Madhvi, as per Oracle, they are not identical. So we'll be discussing, because what happens is, when Oracle is not treating as identical, if same statement is run by same thing, for us same means output is same as an end user, but as per Oracle it is not same. Oracle treats differently. If this statement is run 10,000 times by the application, it will treat as 10,000 new sequels. So there is a lot of Oracle is doing lot of work for that, because it is every time it is treating as a new sequel. So code reusability is not happening as per Oracle. Okay, so why, like what are the scenarios, like when Oracle treats identical, when Oracle does not treat identical, that will be understanding. Because especially OLTP applications, even it is a small table, if it is run thousands of times, definitely it will affect the performance. See, even a web page is taking 30 seconds, if you can reduce it to 15 seconds, it is tuning only, right? Yeah, so those things we'll be discussing, how to, like what are the best practices for code reusability. Okay, that will be discussed, SQL reusability with respect to Oracle database. Okay, specifically how Oracle identifies internally, that will be discussing. Then coming to core of SQL tuning, what are the best faced? See, there are two things. One is proactive, other one is reactive. Proactive means while coding itself, you write in a better way. Other one is reactive. Whatever problem you are facing is reactive. Already somebody coded, they are having performance issues. Now you guys are tuning it. That is reactive tuning. Okay, so this writing efficient SQL comes in both. If you are developing a new thing, definitely while writing you can take care how to write a better SQL as per Oracle. Okay, already if it is reactive, okay, once a problem comes, you will apply various patterns, like which is the best method. There's so many best methods we'll be discussing. Okay, given one SQL, what are the better methods? I should not say best, because better methods. Best means how Oracle thinks, only to some extent we can understand, because not all internals we will not know, right? Rewriting SQL queries. Okay, statistics. Do you have any idea about statistics?
Yeah, I don't have any idea, but
There are statistics means if you take Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. In my projects and previous projects, I heard that to get the performance, they used to gather the statistics every day, or I
Hmm.
mean every weekday, like like
Yeah.
that.
So
So by that,
what are the statistics gather means, like you are telling, right? So
yeah.
you are telling when they will collect, but what are the statistics? Why we are bothering with respect to tuning? The statistics means, suppose if you take a table, how many
Uh-huh.
columns are there? Each column, how many unique values are there? What is the average size? If you take index, what type of
Uh,
index it is? So all these internal things are required for Oracle, not for us, for Oracle, to give us the
okay.
best access path. Explain plan gives you whatever path Oracle is choosing. But
Okay.
to choose that better path for Oracle, it needs these statistics. Okay, the
Uh,
various statistics, that is the reason your project people are gathering like every periodically, because if these statistics are stale, Oracle will not be able to choose the better path, access path means like I can reach from Hyderabad to Mumbai various ways. My flight can go from Bombay, it can go from Chennai, it can go from
so the
Trivandrum. So different paths
best
are there, but which is the best path given my requirement? That is what
uh,
explain plan. Okay,
okay.
so that will be discussed here, understanding table and index statistics. Then what is explain plan? See, explain plan is there, it is giving some plan, but we should able to interpret it, right? It is
Yeah.
giving some plan, but whatever currently it is giving, where is the problem, and in which phase? So all that interpretation will be discussed here in interpreting explain plan. Next, understanding various joints with respect to. Joints means it's not the joints which you are talking. There are something nested loop joints, sort merge join. Internally, how, see, two tables you are joining for you in the query, but internally Oracle has that how it will join. There are different methods: nested loop, merge, sort, hash join, like that are there. So those things will be discussed as part of this. Okay, tuning
Uh,
subqueries. See, Oracle is, there is an index, everything is there, but still Oracle is not using it. We can explain plan it is giving, but I don't want whatever path it is using. I want to change it. I want to override the path which is taken by Oracle internally. See, explain plan is
uh,
also a piece of software written by Oracle Corporation, right? So it might
yeah.
not be very like very sophisticated, which will 100% foolproof. Sometimes it will not work because of various reasons. So that time the tuning guys will pitch in and they will override with what? Override with using hints. Have you heard Oracle hints?
Uh,
Okay, Oracle hints will discuss. Okay, so you can override the explain plan which is chosen by Oracle. Okay, you can alter that path. How to do that? And once we put, is it really working or not, we put an hint and then we'll check, is it really giving performance or not. Okay, so
okay.
SQL trace. Okay, SQL,
Yeah.
yeah, given one SQL, how to generate the trace. Trace will give you explain plan and all those statistics. How many times IO happened, disk, how many times it went to disk, sorting,
Oh,
how much sorting is happening in the memory, how much sorting is happening in the disk. So all that information, if you come to know, then you can tune in those lines.
oh,
Okay,
okay.
next is as part of trace only, we will also discuss TK-prof. TK-prof is used given a procedure. Suppose somebody gives you procedure, okay, and
Uh,
you don't know which sequels are having problem. We use a tool
okay.
called TK-prof. See, there are many methods. TK-prof is one method. Okay, many methods to identify the problem. So this is one method which generally developers have access. The problem here is developer will not have all the like DBA privileges, right? They will not be giving DBA privileges because
Yeah.
DBAs they have much more privileges than developers. So they have more like possibilities to find out. But developer has only minimal possibilities to check. I'll be discussing everything, like because sometimes we
Okay.
can't get it, we can take DBS help, right? At least they can identify and give it. So all those things will be discussing. Given a procedure, which sequels are causing the problem, how to identify that. Okay, that will be
Oh,
discussing in trace. Parallel query. How many CPUs does your production system has? How many CPUs?
I'm not aware of those
Okay,
things.
fine. If you have more than one CPU,
Uh-huh.
obviously production systems are having more than one CPU. See, our personal laptop might be having only one CPU, but if you take production systems, definitely it will be high-end high-end systems will be there. More CPUs will be there. See, when I when I deploy one guy for one work, it will take more time. Okay, if that work can be dividable, okay, if I can split that work, because not all works can be split, but if you can if you are able to divide it, then I can deploy two people, right? Then I can finish the work in less than that time. So same thing applies for parallel query. If you have more than one CPU, then internally Oracle will split it and assign. That is what we call parallel processing, parallel query. Okay.
Okay.
So we can get it from sysadmin or DBA. They will be able to tell us how many CPUs means. We will tell that, like while writing the query, you can set that parameter. You can ask Oracle to use parallel query. That you can do for selects, inserts, updates, deletes, for everything you can do it parallel query. Okay, but the only condition is you should have more than one CPU. Ideally, if you have four CPUs, it will divide into four. If you have 8 CPUs, it will divide into 8 tasks. We don't know how internally it is. For us, we only tell use parallel processing. That's all we say. So how to do that and how to verify is it really using it or not, everything will be discussed using parallel processing. Tuning sort operations. If you have, bigger tables, like as you said 10 GB table, if I give group by order by, definitely it will take more time. Can we tune to the possible extent? So that we'll be discussing using sort operations. Have you heard something called enterprise manager? This is a DBA will be doing, but still I discuss here because you can take help from the DBAs. So even though you don't have enterprise manager, have you heard?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, so that I will be just showing it, like, so that you can go and talk to the DBA to seek help. Okay, they will not give you privileges, at least if they can help you out, because sometimes we can't do on our own as a developer. We need their help. Because why their help? Because they have more privileges. So these topics will be covered in the beginners one. Okay, coming to the advanced track, what happens is we also discuss architecture, internally how Oracle is, like how is memory, how internally data is stored, what are table spaces. From this level we go. Why? Because see, in the beginners, it's only 10-12 hours. We don't have much time to tackle all those things. That is fast track. So here, like, we go in depth, so that if you read any tuning article, if you listen any video, you should be able to understand very fast. Okay, for that, a minimal basic database architecture is a must. Okay, so we'll discuss here high level, not in depth. What are background processor, in internally how memory is, like a SQL, where it is stored. In memory also there are so many divisions. So what are those divisions? Everything will be discussed here. Okay, index types is there, and table. See, have you heard high watermark concept? High watermark.
No.
Okay, there is high watermark concept, especially when there are high DML activity. There are some issues. So how to handle? See, sometimes how much ever you have index, how much ever you rewrite, still you will not be able to tune it. So that time we have to go to storage level, like the table level, the parameters, so many things are there. So so if you are exhausted with everything, even all paths are over, all solutions approaches over, then we have to tune in different level. So that is a bit of we are going to a bit of internals. Okay, there is something called high water mark. We'll understand what it is, in what way it affects the SQL performance, and how to overcome it. Have you used global temporary tables? We call GTT tables, global temporary tables. Okay,
Yeah, I use it.
you use it, so you already know about it. Then memory tuning, like library cache. This is internal thing. How internally it happens? Okay, all those things will be discussed here. And what are the better ways? If some problem you notice, how to with the help of DBA, how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Next is storage parameter tuning. There are some parameters, internally, the data block, like that. So many things are there for us, row chaining, row migration. So in the table, there are some issues, because of which also how much ever you tune, fine. So all those things will be discussed here. And these things, anyway, these things will be covered, like whatever I discussed, and in the beginners. Okay.
Okay.
And also partitioning will be discussed. Why partitioning? Because in warehouses, means right now you are in OLTP, right? If you work
Yeah.
on warehousing projects, most of the warehousing projects we have seen partitioning will be used, table partitioning. So with respect to that partitioning introduction, there are many types of partitioning indexes. There are many ways for the maintenance. All these things will be discussed. So this will be covered as part of advanced track. So beginners
Okay.
will be also be there, but what we concentrate here more is we start from the basics. What is Oracle database architecture? Okay, from there we start.
Okay.
We go in depth. Coming to the beginners, we just only so that you can do it very fast. But here, once you exhaust all other methodologies, definitely these things will are required. Okay. See, if you don't know, if you take beginners, and then what happens if you are unable to, then you need to take a DBA's help. Okay, because not all can be possible, right? DBA
Yeah.
from their end also some, but at least if you take advanced, you will be in a position to talk to them, like, see, this could be the problem, why don't you look at from your end? Because you will not be given privileges, so what can you do? You can't do it. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
what we always say, it's a coordinated effort. Tuning means it's not only responsibility of developer, not only the responsibility of the DBA. It is
Okay.
okay, fine, code is written by
Okay.
developer, but there are many things which even developer has no scope. Similarly, even DBA can't do everything, because I have seen many DBAs, they can't understand procedure, like procedure level tuning and all. They can tune
Yeah.
database hardware level memory parameters and all, but coming to the procedure, developer only, because they are the owners, right? They can understand very well. So that's what we have separated, different tracks for the DBAs. Like DBA, we go because they are from the DBA background. We discuss everything, with respect in depth of data loads, AWR, ADDM. So many internals we go to them. Okay, because
Okay.
they are from the DBA background, right? We have to discuss in that way. So we separated both the tracks. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, and coming to the material, this is about course contents. Material will be given. See, coming to the writing efficient. For every topic, you will be given one PPT. You need not note down. Everything will be given in
okay.
PPT format. If you during this time, if you concentrate and ask more doubts, that will be more productivity. There are many better ways to write. So material will be given in PPT format. This is for rewriting SQLs. Coming to the hints I was telling you, right? Okay, hints, why hints, writing hints, hints type. There are so many types of hints are there. Hints by category. For every type of hint, there an example. Okay, parallelly I'll be showing in SQL Developer also. Similarly, I have one more
Uh,
topic I want to show you. I was discussing about indexes, right? There are many types of indexes, I said. Uh, Based on the data and based on the type of operations we do it on that, we recommend that particular index. There are function based index, B-tree index, bitmap index, okay, composite index, reverse key index. So maybe initially data modeler will create one index. Once the pattern, the query pattern, everything changes, maybe we have to change the data type, index type also. So material
okay.
will be given, like, it index means it will be discussed from the core, like how internally it is stored. So in what way, like how we can overcome if any problem with the index, what are the major problems, in which scenario you have to use which index. I'm just scrolling. I'm
Uh,
not explaining. I'm just showing the
yeah,
material.
yeah.
Okay, like bitmap index, how internally it is stored, in which scenarios we have to use, how to create it. Okay, see, tuning is mostly it's an experimenting. It's not a sure shot thing. See, if I want to create a table, I can give create table so and so. But tuning is not like that. We should be ready with more than one approach. We first try one approach. If it is not working out, we'll go to the second approach, third approach.
Mm,
So what
okay.
we concentrate during this training is we try to tell you many options which you should be experimenting, because it is not sure shot. Tuning means it's an experimenting research kind like this. So that's what it also
Okay.
takes more time. See, sometimes very fast. Some queries will get tuned very fast, some queries it will not at all, like it will give lot many problems. So that for such 40% queries, it will definitely, you have to experiment with various methodologies, maybe hint, maybe rewriting, maybe changing the index, like that many things you have to try. Not always indexes will work, not always changing the access path will work. So sometimes, maybe the table is fragmented, that time we have to go to the table level. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like first of all, we should know whether table is fragmented or not. That also we have to identify, right? Just like that, we
Yeah.
can't say table is fragmented because of which table is tuning is not possible. We can't say that, right? So this is what we concentrate. More we concentrate on the approach than the ready-made solutions, because once we discuss the approach, you can tune whatever it may be, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's more of, if it is normal SQL training means this is a command, two string substring. So see, it is not like that. It is more we emphasis on understanding the concept, understanding the explain plan. So you should be able to do on your own. That's the intention of this training.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm done with my demo. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. Actually, before attending this course, do I need to learn any, know any other concepts
SQL PLSQL
in that
knowledge is
so that?
enough. SQL PLSQL knowledge is enough.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this is a Facebook link. We post information on data modeling and anything with the databases. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you can check and give us a like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also there is a slide share. We post some material. We are planning to post more future.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you can give me a like. Designed based out of our experience when we worked on tuning assignments. Based out of that, we have designed it. The internals of the database, because without explaining the um, architecture, how can I go internals? I can't, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So for
DBS.
this, to
Yeah.
me, I mean, you are teaching both, right? I mean,
See, if it is advanced track means both will be covered. Like if it is beginners, only these whatever you're seeing on this currently beginners, only those will be covered. Advanced track will start from the architecture. Yeah, you can check. And one more thing, two things I can assure. Whatever you said here, total 3 days, right? Definitely after the training, whatever you take, either it is beginners or advanced, this time will come down after the training. Same question I'll ask you. And
okay.
and one more thing, whatever you said, expectations. Yeah, explain plan. You said you are not aware of it. That will be discussing. Okay. So as you said, like many procedures packages that also we'll discuss.
Mm-hmm.
General tips and tricks anyway. The correlated subquery also will be there. Tuning subqueries. Okay.
Okay.
So
And
I'm done.
statistics also, you can add that one.
So, sorry.
Statistics.
Statistics.
Yeah, how to
It,
gather
it
statistics
is
and.
already there, right? It is already there in both the things. You can see here.
Okay.
Can you see here? It is there in both the tracks, beginners and advanced. Because statistics is very important. Without that, we can't even think about explain plan. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then shall we end the demo?